My speech is on beer pong. I want to, sorry, I already did it. Alright, I want to introduce you to a game called Beirut, what's commonly known as beer pong, or for short, BP. Okay, there's some history behind it, which actually where it originated and how it all started and what year it started and everything. I'm going to focus on the world's largest beer pong tournament, which is the WSOBP, and the pot size for this tournament is $50,000. So there's teams from all over the world that actually go to this tournament, which include from Japan and whatnot. And then I'm going to focus on some of the rules from the WSOBP, just because the rules vary from place to place, if you guys don't know, from house rules to other tournament rules. The equipment and procedures are all just different, as again, to different houses and whatnot. So I'm going to start with the history of beer pong. It actually was made in the 1950s and 1960s at Dartmouth College, according to Wikipedia. So it was actually started from a frat, which is in Hanover and western New Hampshire. From there it spread to various colleges, from transfer students, different students from around the world and whatnot. The game was actually played as a ping pong game with the paddles and all, and each team had a certain amount of cups on each side, which came from 2 to more cups per team. Then later, more students from different universities, which is just like they made it more cooperative for different people, just to play with their hands and whatnot, and that became more just because of the easiness of playing beer pong. The equipment used, oh well, that's when it spread and how it spread from different countries. And the equipment used is a 8 by 2 by 2 27.5-inch table, beer pong table, 2 40-millimeter balls, which three-star round balls. That's all in the WSOBP. And then from there, 11 cups, which is per team on a triangle, which is including the water cup on the side. The cups are filled from 1/3. All the 6 cups in front, which the 4 cups in the back are all filled with water. All the teams, it's all decided randomly of what team shoots first and what team actually picks the side of the table. And from there, there's 3 different shots, which is the arc shot, the fastball, and the bounce shot, which in this tournament, the bounce shot is only worth 1 cup, and you're not allowed to touch the ball until it actually hits the cup. And the losing team, there's the different formations, which is the starting formation, which is the 10-cup rack, and then throughout the game, as you eliminate the cups, you could decide if you want to re-rack it to a 6-cup game, or to a 6-cup formation, to a 3-cup, and then gentleman's rule, which is just 1 cup in the center, and you just line it for each team. And then once that's all done, there's a redemption shot. If the team has 3 cups on the side of the winning team, and then the other team will have 1 cup and they eliminate it. They have redemption shots, which teams from the losing team actually have to alternate turns. Shoot once on, say, I have another person right here, and then he shoots first, I shoot, then he shoots, and then it all goes from there. And then if anything, the cups are actually, if they eliminate all the cups in the whole rack, it actually goes back to a 3-cup game, which is overtime, and that could decide it. And they have to go to the alternate turns again. But say if that person shoots and then I shoot again, I'm able to shoot again for the 3rd cup to eliminate it if I make it. And then from there, it could go on from there. If it's redemption or whatnot, it could keep on going and re-racking to 3 cups. There are some other rules and different situations that could change all the rules for each team and how it's processed and different procedures of how it goes. And I'm just going to keep it simple, as I said earlier. So I just want to leave it as that. And I mean, there could be all different types of circumstances which changes the game. And actually, in this tournament, you could either use water or beer. It's your decision, pretty much. Yeah, the WSOB can't. And as history shows, the game has been around for a long time, and it will evolve. And hopefully, it goes to a higher and modified for just better gameplay, I guess. And yeah.
So Jessica, you're here. What did you think?
I thought his strong points were, like he talked about his main points, like going over what he was going to talk about. He did a good job describing the rules, and things I thought that he can improve on was the first replay that he showed. Like he kind of very quickly and then briefly went over what the map was. I didn't really get to see what it was. And I got kind of lost in he described the cup formation. But overall, I thought he did a good job describing beer pong.
You think he did a good job describing it for somebody who's never seen it or played it?
He could have went into more detail.
Mm-hmm. Well, some things are really good about the speech. I mean, I like the visuals that you have. You skipped through a couple of them at the beginning. It was like you had it planned and you didn't execute very well on those slides. And I think if you'd moved a little bit more smoothly through that, you would have felt more comfortable when you get to the later part of the speech. It's organized at the first part topically, but when you get to the part where you're describing the game and the rules and all those sorts of things, it's like it all just kind of falls apart and random information is being dropped in. I thought you had good visuals for some of the things, the different shots, the setup of the racks, that sort of thing, but I'm not sure that you've even explained what happens in the game. There are balls and there are cups, and apparently there are beer and water sometimes. What is the object of the game? How is it played? How many people on each side? How do you score points? It sounds like sometimes cups are being removed, sometimes they're being added back, sometimes you get a do-over. I don't know. I think you need to tell a little bit of a story there. You need to describe a game at the beginning. Forget getting to the details about how people shoot or how the racks might be. Wait to get to that point until after you've told people what's the point of the game. If I was describing to you poker and I said, okay, well, you get a hand of cards and your cards have to, beat the other people's hands, and sometimes you draw and sometimes you don't, and sometimes you bet and sometimes you don't, I'd be going, well, how do the hands work? Do you get all the cards at once? What's the procedure there? We don't get any of that sort of thing. And just telling the story or describing what a game might be like would, I think, solve some of that. And you're trying to do some of those things, but you're doing it all by the detail instead of the big picture. So I think that affects things a little bit negatively. Hang on one second.